What's up everyone, it's your boy D2 Titans Only, back with another build video, and if you ain't a crayon-eating titan, get out of here! Today I'm bringing you an Unkillable Solar Titan build that utilizes the exotic armor piece, the Precious Scars. Let's jump right in. So, for this build guys, we are running the Precious Scars helmet. Precious Scars has an exotic armor perk called Kintsugi. Final blows from weapons with a damage type matching your super create a burst of healing around you that grants allies restoration. After reviving or being revived, you gain an aura that provides overshields to you and nearby allies. So Precious Scars is an insane armor piece that keeps us alive in really intense forms of combat during Destiny. If you guys use this, you will be really clutch, I promise, in any sort of in-game content. Let's jump right into our weapons. So for our first weapon, we're running the Call with the weapon perks Lead from Gold. Picking up a heavy ammo also grants increased weapon to this ammo, and Desperate Measures, weapon final blows grant bonus damage for an improved duration. Melee and grenade final blows grant a larger damage bonus that can stack. So the Call is a great weapon for killing higher end targets, and it's going to be utilized really well for our seasonal artifact when we're using it fighting unstoppable characters. Our secondary weapon that we're using is going to be the Sunshot hand cannon. It has a weapon perk called Sunblast. Targets defeated with Sunshot explode in solar energy, scorching other nearby targets. It also has an intrinsic trait called Sunburn. This weapon fires explosive rounds and highlights targets that take damage from Sunshot. So this weapon is going to be all about ignitions and scorching targets, and Sunshot plays a really good part in that. For our heavy weapon, we are running the Apex Predator. It's really good for overall boss damage, kills champions really quickly, and it's just fun to use. It's fun to shoot people with a rocket launcher, IMO. For our subclass, we're going to be running Sunbreaker, and we are going to be using the Hammer of Soul. Summon a flaming hammer and wreak destruction down upon your enemies. So, Hammer of Soul is really fun to use. It's really broken. You can get lots of ads destroyed, create orbs of power, and it comes in clutch when you need it the most. For our abilities, we're going to be running Rally Barricade, Strafe Lift, Hammer Strike, and Solar Grenade. The Solar Grenade is going to play a big part in scorching targets so that we can create lots of ignitions. And then for our aspects, we are going to be running Soul Invictus, Solar Ability Final Blows, Hammer of Soul impacts, and defeating scorched targets create sunspots. Your abilities regenerate faster and your super drains more slowly while standing in a sunspot. Sunspots apply Scorch and deal damage to targets inside. Entering a sunspot applies Restoration. So you're going to heal, you're going to scorch targets, and you're going to regenerate your abilities faster with this. And then we are also going to be running my personal favorite, Concentration. It's the Flaming Titan Hammer Slam, and if you hit a scorched target with it, they are going to ignite and explode. For our Fragments, we are going to be running the Ember of Wonder. Rapidly defeating multiple targets with solar ignitions generates an orb of power. Our second fragment is going to be the Ember of Searing. Defeating scorched targets grants melee energy and creates a fire sprite. Our third fragment is going to be the Ember of Torches. Powered melee attacks against combatants make you and nearby allies radiant, which is really good for defeating barrier targets. So our fourth fragment is going to be the Ember of Eruption. Your solar ignitions have increased area of effect. We're going to be trying to get lots of ignitions with this build, so we're going to blow things up, and it's going to be a ton of fun. For our statistics, we're going to want to run 100 Resilience, 100 Discipline, and then get your melee as high as possible. It's really, really, really important, so you can cycle your abilities and clear the battlefield and be an unstoppable force. For our weapon, or for our armor mods, we are going to be running Double Harmonic Siphon, Rapid Solar Weapon Final Blows create an Orb of Power, and then we are going to be running Heavy Ammo Finder. For our gauntlets, we're going to be running Firepower, your powered melee Final Blows create Orbs of Power, and Firepower. Your grenade Final Blows create Orbs of Power. For your chest piece, run whatever resistances you need for that encounter. And then for our leg armor piece, we are going to be running Better Already. Your health begins to regenerate immediately after picking up an Orb of Power. Absolution reduces all ability cooldowns each time you pick up an Orb of Power. And Innervation reduces grenade cooldown each time you pick up an Orb of Power. For our class item, we are going to be running Outreach, reduce melee cooldown when using your class ability. Distribution reduces all ability cooldowns when using your class abilities and your targets. And last but not least, Bomber reduces grenade cooldown when using your class ability. Really good for cycling your abilities and getting them off cooldown that much faster. For our seasonal artifact, this is where it kind of gets tricky. You want to make sure you have radiant orbs while you have a solar prismatic or subclass equipped. Picking up an orb of power makes you radiant. You also want solar fulmination. Your ignitions do increase damage and increase in radius, which is really awesome to watch, especially with all the stuff we already have on. And then for your dealing with champions, you want to make sure you have unstoppable sidearm and overload hand cannon so that your call and sunshot deal with those two types of champions. And then we will also be having a radiant effect which deals with anti-barrier, and that's how we'll clear barrier champions. This build's a lot of fun, guys. It's really durable and it does a lot of damage. It clears the battlefield really well. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you have a great day. If you stayed this long, I really appreciate if you subscribe. Thanks again, guys. Peace!